himself presents to me many challenges that burden me. My heart center shines and calls to me. This is who I choose to be. Sometimes lessons.
Welcome to the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. This is Penny Fisher, and we are so glad you are joining us for this week's episode. And this week's episode, here we are at the end of our journey to get to know the Divine Feminine Archangels. Well, it's not the end of the journey, but we will have moved through all of the archangels of the 7 sacred rays, as well as the archangels of above and below. So it's been quite a journey, hasn't it? And today we get to end with quite a power couple. Today we will get to meet and experience the loving energy of Archangel Metraton and Archangel Seraphina. And my whole body just turns to jello, just saying their beautiful and amazing names. So as this is our last time together, we'll keep the pattern going. I'll do a quick light touch on the angels and the archangels. We will talk for a quick minute about the 7 sacred rays, and then we're going to jump in. I'm going to be looking at notes a lot more than usual tonight because there is so much to say that if I don't stay anchored in my notes, we'll be here, for hours and hours, if not days and days. So my apologies for that, but I want to make sure that we get to the beautiful message that Archangel Seraphina has shared with me for each of you, and the beautiful, loving, energetic encodings that she has included in that message for you. So way back at the beginning of this series, I did an episode, it was episode 49, on kind of meet the archangels. And if you want to do a deeper dive into who and what archangels are and how to communicate with them and how to connect with your guardian angels, check out episode 49. There's a lot more information there. But in a nutshell, angels and archangels are these beautiful beings of pure love and pure light. They are, in fact, messengers of God, messengers of source energy. They exist to bring the message of unconditional love to, we can say, all humankind, and that is true. It is my belief that their work goes far beyond this plane and this time, and that they are messengers throughout the omniverse, sharing the message of unbelievable love, more light, more compassion, more joy than we can ever imagine. These beautiful beings want to help you. They want to be in your life. However, they need you to call upon them. They cannot interfere in your life unless you request their assistance. So they would like you to do that often. Angels and archangels do not have a gender the way that we think about gender. They do, in fact, hold 2 vibrations, well, probably many more, but 2 that we know of and can identify with. They hold the vibration of the divine masculine, which is the energy of movement and doing and accomplishing, as well as the energy of the divine feminine, which is the energy of introspection, and creativity, and flow, and gestation, and birth. We actually hold both of those vibrations within ourselves. So we are kind of resonant with our beautiful angel and archangel partners. The best way I can describe it is to think about a coin. If you take a coin, you'll notice one side is heads, the other is tails, but it's one coin. So the archangels hold this divine feminine and divine masculine energy, but it truly is one being. When you call on one aspect, you automatically activate the other. So you don't have to worry about which being you're calling on. Just go with whatever feels right for you in the moment. The angels also hold another vibrational resonance. The archangels in particular hold the resonance of one of the sacred rays. Now, these rays came into being as Source chose to know itself. So Source, being pure love, pure light, chose to send itself through the prism of creation. And just like if you were to shine a light through a crystal or a prism, it would refract into the colors of the rainbow. As Source sent itself through the prism of creation, it became these unique aspects of itself. And we refer to them as rays or flames. Each of these rays not only holds a particular color, but each one has a vibrational signature, a gift, if you will, to help us navigate our human journey and remember our way back to who and what we are, which is divine love. We are perfect beings. We are of source energy. So we talked originally about the 7 rays. Then last week we took a turn into the earth ray. And this week we finished this series by talking about the diamond ray, the ascension ray. And the main qualities of this ascension ray have to do with spiritual evolution, enlightenment. We can talk a little bit about light body activation. That's something very much that Seraphina works with us on. And I have a podcast, I think from last November or December, maybe January of this past year, about the light body. So you could check that out if you want more information. This ascension ray cleanses and balances our emotions, brings us inner peace and tranquility, and just dissolves what we no longer need. And of course, we know when those things are our realities, we live our lives with much more balance and ease. The chakra that is associated with this diamond ray is called the soul star chakra. And again, when I work with biofield tuning clients of mine, we make sure that this chakra, which sits about 12 to 14 inches above the top of your head, is indeed expanded that much. This is the gateway into communication with the divine. And so last week we talked about the Earth Star. That center of consciousness connects us to the earth. This soul star connects us to the heavens, to source, to my experience sometimes is it connects my clients to their own personal star. Not that they own it, but that it is an aspect of them. The color associated with this ray is white, but it's a white that encompasses all colors. Stones or crystals associated with this ray are angel aura and Dara stones, azestulite, charoite, and of course, Metatron and Seraphina. These beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beings of pure love and pure light. Because this is the ascension ray, I want to just take like 1 minute or 2 minutes to talk about this idea of the ascension spiral. The ascension spiral is an image that we use to describe the path that we take to return to source energy, to this reality of our true and innate blueprint of perfection, because it's who we are. And as we incarnate into human form, the veil form falls and we forget. There's a wonderful, wonderful book. I haven't mentioned it in a few episodes, and I wish I had. The book is called The Female Archangels, and the author is Calista, Calista. There are many different versions of the Ascension Spiral out there. She has one that's really pretty simple and straightforward. So I would encourage you to do some reading if this piques your interest. I'll share her version here because it's short and sweet, but then I would encourage you to go out and do your own reading and find your way into this. But she talks about essentially 3 levels in the Ascension Spiral. She talks about soul awakening, which is living a 3D human life. She talks about soul discovery, and this is a 4D life where we remember who we are and we explore different forms of spirituality, allowing our path, power, and purpose to merge. Our focus here begins to move more from me to we, and we are engaged in co-creative service. And I think most of us are there, and we are. If you're listening to this, I pretty much guarantee that you are moving into Callista's 3rd stage, which is soul embodiment. And this is where we are living a 5th dimensional life. We are refining and expanding our vibrations as human beings. We are focused on how we can contribute to the highest good of all beings. And this is not a straight line, my darlings. So this is why we call it a spiral, because a spiral will loop back on itself. So in different aspects of your life, you can be in any of those 3 stages at the same time, right? So this is not a race. This is not tick off the boxes. This is not, we have a deadline or an agenda. This is just to help you locate where you are. And in my opinion, to cheer for yourself as you make amazing progress, because this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And I think it's really, really important to pause every now and then and look back and remind yourself how flipping far you have come. Okay. Archangel Metatron. This being is, I don't have words. Let me use somebody else's words. Stuart Pearce. Book is called The Angels of Atlantis. Are you ready for this? Metatron, as the white ray of purity, is comprised of and reflects all others, including the supernal colors of the higher octaves that exist beyond human perception. Metatron is the major dial of angelic consciousness that calibrates divine and human forces on planet Earth. This being, like his brother Sandalphon, is one of 2 archangels who lived a life in human form here on Earth. He was the prophet Enoch. His big contributions, his major contributions, have to do with contributing tremendous information to mankind. In particular, there's a book called The Book of the Angel Raziel. It's another being I love and love and love. The Book of Enoch. Okay, these are sources of information that Metatron gifted to humankind in his incarnation. He is often perceived as simply a column of light. Now, if you go back and check out episode 49, you'll hear me say that We all experience angels in very different ways. Many, many people see them or experience them, and they are portrayed in literature and movies as humans with these beautiful wings and dressed in beautiful colors and shining brightly. I have always experienced angels and archangels as light, always. I didn't even know that that's what I was experiencing until I started to do more and more of this work. But Archangel Metatron very much is experienced as this column of light. Think the burning bush, right, that Moses saw. Think about the light, if you are familiar with Christian theology and history. Think about the light that appeared to St. Paul on the road to Damascus. Archangel Metatron works with and is the keeper of the Akashic records, those places where everything that has ever happened to us or ever will happen to us is recorded. He is a mighty seraphim. I'm just checking to see where we want to go. He is a mighty seraphim. The seraphim are the highest order of angels. They hold the unveiled light of God. They are profound illuminators. And this is where Metatron falls in the rank, the choirs of angels. Archangel Metatron will work with you to activate and open and increase the capacity for light to flow into and through that soul star chakra, that center of consciousness that exists up above your head. And when he activates this, you are able to receive downloads, light body activations. So we don't just have our human bodies, we have this light body around us as well. It's another layer of energy that holds our imprint, if that makes sense. Okay. And he will work with that. Archangel Metatron also has a sacred geometric shape very much associated with him. It's called Metatron's cube. And this cube has mystical powers. It is said to contain all of the sacred geometric shapes that exist within the cube. Most paintings, drawings, pictures that you see of Metatron will have the cube in them. These are used for healing. They're used for clearing away low energies. They are symbols for the infinitude of your potential, because this is what Metatron wants to awaken within you, is your unlimited potential, because you are a divine being. And he told me to let you know that when you work with him, I'm reading now, you can call on him and ask him to restore vibrancy, to cleanse and balance your emotions, to bring inner peace and tranquility. And when you do, he will catapult your spiritual growth. So buckle up and prepare for a ride of cosmic proportions. And that brings us to Archangel Seraphina. Like Archangel Metatron, she is one of the mighty seraphim. She holds the highest vibration of light other than Source itself. The seraphim are known as angels of divine fire, love, and light. And this beautiful being is an unbelievably powerful and expansive version or aspect, that's a better word, aspect of Divine Mother. There's another book about the Divine Feminine Angels by Claire Stone, and she says this: Seraphina is beyond archetype. She's the mother of all feminine archetypes. All goddesses, angels, beings, qualities, and aspects of the divine feminine emanate from her. They are like the stream and rivers, while Seraphina is the ocean. I get choked up just talking about her. She is the all that is. She is also known as the angel of pure vibration and is very much associated with sacred sound. And I love sound healing, so maybe that's why I have such a strong resonance with her. She, in particular, encourages us. Sorry, the energy is so big right now. Blah, blah, blah. She encourages us to explore the power of our own voices. I am a firm believer, my darlings, that working with Tibetan bowls and crystal bowls and tuning forks and other beautiful instruments and high vibrational music is a profoundly healing and beautiful way to support ourselves on our ascension journey. I've got all the bells and whistles and the toys here in the healing room. That being said, I also believe that we really don't need any of them. It is my experience that all you need is your voice. Your voice is uniquely tuned to you and what you need. So when you are interested in exploring sound, sacred sound, Archangel Seraphina is the one to call on. She will help you to monitor and calibrate your words so that they hold only the vibration of love, not only toward others, but also towards yourself. And because she, like Archangel Metatron, holds such a high vibration of light, she also is the angel of light language. And this is coming through more and more from more practitioners and people I know. Light language is said to be a multidimensional form of non-linear communication. It exists throughout the omniverse. And from what I have read, it bypasses human limitations that have to do with language. It rests on sound, and it is understood by everyone. When you hear it, it might sound like gibberish, but somewhere in your soul, you understand all that is being said. It can also be rhythmic, percussive, it can be sung, it can be spoken, but it is powerful. I have experienced it, and boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, whew, check it out. Archangel Seraphina also works with anchoring these cosmic divine vibrations of pure light into the earth. Last week, we talked about the cosmic matrix, this flow of unconditionally loving energy that comes from the cosmic heart. And what Seraphina wants to do is to amplify that flow so that as it makes its way into the earth realm, as ley lines in the earth, that we have access to it. And by opening this soul star, right, this work that Archangel Metatron does, and Seraphina as well, we also have access to altered states of consciousness in which we can access the cosmic river as it traverses the omniverse, right? And we are going to We're going to experience that actually in just a minute as we get ready to receive this beautiful message that Seraphina essentially dictated to me for each of you. And once again, it is encoded with beautiful, loving energy. That being said, if you are driving, walking, doing anything that requires your undivided attention, I would ask you to pause this recording, come back to it later, or let this flow past you and return to it at a later time. Okay? Want you to be safe. Okay, sweeties. So settle in, snuggle in, get comfortable. Allow your eyes to close gently, or just to soften, and bring your attention to your breath flowing in and out of your nose. Allow your next few breaths to wash away all that you no longer need. Allow this cleansing and clearing to flow right into the earth, thanking Mama Gaia for receiving it, transforming it, and transmuting these energies into love. And now allow your breath to lead you down out of your brilliant, beautiful, analytical mind and down into your heart. With each breath now dropping deeper and deeper and deeper until you reach your sacred heart chamber. And as you rest here, you see a portal, an opening of spinning light. And with your intention now, you invite the diamond light of the cosmic matrix to flow into your heart space, filling it, saturating you. Feel it now flow into you, cleansing and clearing all dense energy, all low vibration, attuning you to the light, awakening your memories of who you are, shifting your very DNA. And as you rest within this diamond light, a shaft of even more brilliant diamond light descends from above you. This is the Archangel Seraphina. Receive her now with an open heart, simply noticing how she presents to you as a human, as an image, as language, as sound, as a feeling. You feel this column of light now begin to expand and envelop you so that you are resting inside a nest, an egg of her love. And as you rest here, she shares this message. Greetings, dear children of the light and fellow light bringers. I am Archangel Seraphina, and it is with great joy that I come to you to invite you into the cosmic matrix to activate your light body. It is true that you exist in your human experience as a physical carbon-based body. And yet, at the same time, there surrounds you an aura of light within which is held the hologram, the blueprint of your true essence. This light body is but one way in which you stay connected to your divine I am presence and to source energy. Your light body feeds you, nourishes you, anchors you, and opens you to divine guidance. While the essence of the light body is infinitely constant, the flow of energy can become impeded. So you do well to be diligent in your work to clear and energize your light body on a regular basis. Breath, meditation, sound, mantra, these all act as mechanisms that remove debris and restore flow. And now we come to it. The need for unimpeded flow is greater than ever at this time of profound evolution on Earth. For it is your light, the brilliant light of source that radiates from each of you, that feeds and amplifies the light needed to bring balance. Your willingness to be of service in this way has a profound effect on the structures that are at play at this time, as well as on Mother Earth herself. We invite you to tap into the cosmic matrix flow to further increase your capacity to hold the light that is pouring forth onto your earth plane at this time, to refine the quality of the light within as it now holds a higher vibrational frequency, and to amplify that light so it can flow into the matrices, personal, earth-based, and cosmic, to support the shifts in consciousness that are occurring at this time. You speak of the ascension spiral and all the work and attention needed to remember that you are simply one with Source. While these constructs have in the past been needed as a framework for human understanding, I say to you now that the process of ascension can be seen as nothing more than a recursive process of receiving the light of unconditional love, working with it to amplify its loving power within you so that there is no room left for anything save that which is in vibrational alignment with the love of the cosmic Christ consciousness. And finally, to allow that light and that love to radiate from you with almost unimaginable power out into the world and indeed into the very omniverse itself. Calling upon me and Archangel Metraton to open your soul star gateway and activate your light body will assist you in this work. Please know the depth of our gratitude to you for your willingness to be the light, even in the face of what can feel like overwhelming darkness. Know that you are truly making a difference and having an impact as you do this work in the service of the light. We are with you always, and our love flows to you in an unending and infinite stream. I am Archangel Seraphina, and it is so. And as you breathe, my darlings, the light around you amplifies and intensifies. and it feels nothing but good. Know that Archangel Seraphina wants you to call on her. She wants to walk by your side, to sing into your very being, to assist you in awakening the memory of who you are. A beautiful being of perfect divine love and light. And she's reminding me once again to remind you that you are needed, that you make a difference, and that you are truly part of the cosmic fabric of unconditional love. I am, as always, humbled and so grateful to each of you for joining me. I am Penny Starhart, and this has been the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. Until we are together again, remember always that you are loved and you are love.
This is who I